Ladies and gentlemen, Chromosome Evil. Taking a quick look at this, it was sent to me for free by the developers for review. I was not paid, and my opinions are my own. The release date for this is, I believe, March 22nd. It might be March 24th. Steam doesn't know, but the website does. I'll try to link to both of them. It's a top-down, real-time strategy zombie-type game where you're, like, heading off to do some sort of a final mission, and, like, as the days go on, you try to accumulate resources and people and gear and equip up for it along the way. Some sort of, like, an eldritch kind of backstory to it, but I haven't played enough to really get to any of that. I did a quick look at this already, but it didn't seem to record, so I'm re-recording it, so this is no longer blind. But I have issues with this game, and I will get into that. For now, though, let's just get into it. It was a beautiful spring day. Nobody knows the exact order of events during that day, but what they do remember is that all of a sudden the sky turned dark, all cell phones and televisions were somehow hijacked by a unknown force, and were sending only one message: the Ancient One is coming, followed by a collapse of satellite communication network and a total blackout. Then there was a great moment of silence, and soon after, they came. Gross. They came from below the earth, digging their way out. At first just worm that spread an infection which trigger an incubation to occur inside the human brain, and in time the new worm from within would devour the brain and take control of the host body with specific desires to infect others and consume flesh. The lack of network communications along with this global pandemic caused by the worms was too much for the forces on Earth. One by one, governments fall. Humans were forced to group into strongholds. Human civilization fell in a dark age in a matter of days. You are part of what remains of army forces. Your brother, the one who took care of you when your parents died, was also part of the army and went missing during a mission a few miles from where you are stationed with the objective to gather information about one of the underground holes from where these creatures are coming from. This isn't terribly well written, but I don't think the dev is native English, so it's a little bit whatever, I suppose. You decide that if the world is going to end, at least to do one last journey of redemption, to see your brother one more time. What should we call you? We'll just go with Commander. I don't mind. You wake up motivated to start your journey. In addition to your trusted soldier, what other team member would you like to recruit? The engineer for defense perimeter, barricades, and traps? Medic, medical supplies, or fightermans for hit and run stuff? We'll go engineer. The obvious choice. Now you need to pack. What resources would you consider a priority? Bullets, medical stuff and tactical gear, wooden tools, or fuel and such. We'll go wooden tool components and stuff. And to use my spare time before starting the journey, last minute survival training. Pack more combat equipment, or we'll leave earlier to win more time. We'll do some last minute survival training. I think we might start with just like more experience that way. I'm not too sure. Before we go any further, no need to thank me. Your brother saved my life many times. I owe him this much. I do not know your brother, but I know you, and that is enough for me. Besides, someone needs to drive this Trojan while you issue battlefield commands. First minute in this adventure, and I already feel this is going to be a one-way trip. Oh, come on, have a little bit of faith. Makes no difference, we are losing this war. At least this way, we may have a shot at some sort of redemption. Maybe we have more than that. Let's not forget that the target destination is also the 0 point of origin for all this chaos. Commander, we're approaching the infected zone. I think it's time to activate the battlefield interface. Here we go. Character status. Down there. Squad navigation. Over there. Yeah, we started leveled up, but I don't actually know how to level up, so... And there's our resources. With rifle and pistol ammo, and then shotgun shells. Different ammo types. Select dude select thing. It is through and through an RTS. Multiple people can interact with the thing to interact with it faster, and you just kind of channel along, collecting the stuff and things. Yeah, we both have pistols, and then one of us has the shotgun, and the other one's got just like, this is barricades and traps and all that, I think. So one of my issues I'll get into now. Ordinarily, you would expect 1, 2, and 3 to navigate between their weapons and such, but it actually switches between the people. Which is a little bit confusing, because I can't really tell who's who exactly. In this case, I see one dude's got a brown shirt, the other one's got a black shirt, so I can kind of note. But if you're like 2 soldiers running around or so, you look the exact same. So I have no idea who's who. Would be cool to have a little number over their head here, so I know which one is which, or just like next to the health or so. The second issue I've got, I'll also get into now. General UI convenience. If I'm looting a thing, or generally just interacting with a thing, we put our weapon away. Which makes sense. That's fine. But if there's a Z showing up, then the target icon turns into like a shooting reticule thing. And you think, oh, okay, yeah, sure, we can shoot this dude. That'll be fine. But what ends up happening is 9 times out of 10, they'll just be like, okay, cool, and run up to the Z and try to punch them. Like you see, it's got the targeting thing. I right-click the Z and we just run up to him. I almost got gobbled. You got the fists out, so it works. I'll pull out the pistol, and sometimes I try to right-click the dude with the pistol out, and they'll still just run up and try to punch them. I don't know if that's me just missing my click because we're playing in a tiny window because the game doesn't really have resolution options. I don't know. It's tough. We sort of just auto-aim at things, so if there's nothing else going on, we're just by default shooting. So the best I can figure is if there's somebody coming up on you, and you're interacting with a thing, you move next to the thing, and they'll automatically pull out a gun and start shooting. It's a very, very strange way of doing it that I kind of disagree with. But it's something that I suppose you can get used to. It's just not intuitive at all. I expect if I see a targeting icon and I click, then we're going to be shooting the guy, not run up to them. Current available AP is shown in white. Exploration, recruitment, and saving requires that you have AP. Every action on the main map has the AP cost shown adjacent to it, where there is only a limited amount of APs that you have per day or location. I kind of disagree with having saving costing a thing, but whatever. It's a short enough campaign. It takes like an hour to get through one, I think. For now, you only receive 3 AP per day. This can be permanently or temporarily increased later by use of upgrades or through special encounters. When your APs are deleted, you'll be forced onward to the next day and location, so try to make the most of what you have. And there are 9 days until the final confrontation. And I still do not know how to level up. We can save costs 40 food, of which we only have 200. Can try to find someone alive for 10 food. Random scavenge, just a nice little save whatever minimal risk thing. Small number random supplies. I guess just if you really want to take it easy. Or we can go manually to certain areas. Houses don't have quite as much, but they're a little bit shorter and smaller. Apartments, quite a bit more. You never really know what you're going to see. And then the main objective, the critical mission that you have to do to progress. This will bring us to a different section of the map, and it just kind of like spreads out, revealing more points of interest to check out. Presumably more things to do squad action-wise. And we need to be doing those for one of the multiple endings that the game's got. We'll jump into the apartments. And yes, this is the final thing that I can think of off the top of my head that I don't quite like. The text-based adventure bit. Now, when I go through this, there's just a body next to a first aid kit. We'll check the first aid kit. Found some antibiotics. Same result that I had last time. We still have the real-time strategy part, though. One of these, it could even be the next time we get a text-based thing. It might not actually be random. One of them was, there's a landmine that we stepped on. What do we do? And I ended up trying to defuse it. And somehow we managed to get enough time to get into some cover. And we all just took a bit of damage. But it's weird that there's a text-based thing for that. Because there's also the real-time thing that we've got here. If I were to step on a landmine here, then I've stepped on a landmine here. Why is there a text-based bit? It doesn't need to be there. It's like some of these text-based adventures have the annoyance where like people just kind of die. And it's like, oh, well, there's nothing you could do. It's just something that happens. But there's also this, where things could also go horribly wrong. It's not like I've got a minute of free time just to loot as much as I can. It's not like I've got a little shopping spree thing going on. People can still die here at this scene, because we get Zeds at some point showing up through the windows. It's a really weird thing. I don't like that. It's a bit of a minor criticism, though. The bigger criticism that I've got is weapons and shooting and stuff like that. Because it's really difficult controlling people. At least I have a lot of issue with it. It could just be me being bad. I might just be misclicking all the time, and I thought there was a target icon, but then I moved the pixel that it wasn't the target anymore, so I told the dude to do a move order on top of the Z, or... I don't know. I'm not sure what it is. The game, though, itself seems quite okay. Not too bad. I'll even have you barricade this so we get a little more time. Here they come. Because we got materials here and also medicine. Good barricading. But yeah, they just, because they auto shoot, and they seem fairly okay with the auto shooting. So I guess we just, that's how you do it. And you just rely on them doing automatic target acquisition. Help. I need a real gun. Shotgun, good. Okay, and I think that's kinda everything-ish down here. We got the top half that we could check out as well. You're the engineer. No. You're the engineer. No? Hello? What's going on with this? Does the drag select not actually work to select a different person? I think so. That's wild. Would you get on the zone? So I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. It does have weird interface issues. So that's that. We've done that. Let's see if we can find someone alive. From the time you met him, he never shuts up. He knows how to use a weapon, so perhaps he could be of use. Hudson J. Ask him to join you. You take into consideration that he will need as much food to recover from starving. Will consume 50 food to recover him. Recruit him, rather. Ask him how he ended up here. Did he learn anything about the creatures that can be of use? Wish him good luck and leave. You want to join up? I guess he joined up. Okay. So let's do then a random scavenge. Oh, I don't know what we got for that. Okay, so let's move on to the critical mission thing then. Thus finishing up the day. And I'll take more shotgun shells. Thank you. Crews found some shotgun shells during the operation of researching the area, and then we go into the real-time strategy bit, and it's really strange that that's a thing, but whatever. Our mission here is to extract the dude. Ah, I don't have... Oh, I think this is maybe already barricaded. Or something. Because it was like free to barricade it, so I think it's already done. So yeah, you've got the like an Uzi and a bow thing. Do we like the bow? I don't think you're hitting him. A little bit of a DPS race. Yeah, only 2 people can open that at once. That's fine. Is there anything else to grab while we're here? Maybe out and about there is a bit up by the cars. I think sometimes the drag select doesn't actually change the person that I've selected. Visually it does, but it actually doesn't. So that's a critical mission. Pretty straightforward. As you debrief the driver, you discover that he was Beta Squad's Trojan APC driver. You learn that they had 2 missions, one to take samples, aiding the development of a vaccine, and the other to re-establish the satellite network. Those being the 2 side objectives for more true endings, I guess. Unfortunately, one of the Beta Squad members became infected with no one recognizing the symptoms until it was too late. Driver shows you on the map where the Trojan was abandoned and informs you that it contains special equipment that may help upgrade your squad's kit. Let's just move on. Proceeding to the travel map. And then there's like these fancier objectives for the alternate endings or so. And we have a little more to explore in the next event further up. A marketplace, chance to find food and medical supplies, and like this is all fine. This is all cool. I don't like the text-based thing before the real-time strategy bit. I feel like any event that would happen in the text-based could also happen in the real-time strategy bit. It's just a weird minor thing. The interface controls, I'm not too keen on them. I don't like 1, 2, and 3 being to select the person rather than the little action bar that they've got down there. I'm not too keen on that. I'm not sure how we level up, and I'm not too sure about some of the writing in this, but that's kind of whatever. You know, it's, you know, you do what you can there. If English isn't your native language, then, you know, so be it. All in all, though, it seems like it's quite okay for a game. I think you could get through a campaign, unless the missions get drastically longer. I think you could get through a campaign like in an hour, hour and a half, which makes it a really nice thing for just like laptop on the train or so. Something like that. I like it. For me personally, I'm not too keen on real-time strategy stuff, but as far as real-time strategy stuff goes, this is pretty light and fine. Replayability through the multiple endings, maintaining your resources and supplies, yeah, sure, fine. It's all cool. It's all fine. I like the general thing going on with this. It's just those few issues that I've got are, for me, really off-putting. Personally. To each their own, though, you know. Maybe it's not that huge of a deal for people to have a little bit of text-based adventure before the real-time strategy mission. Maybe some people don't mind that every door that we interact with, we lockpick off the hinges and just dispose of the door and we can't close it behind us or anything like that. I don't know. Not too sure about all that. It's fine enough, though, for like a little whatever. I don't have any major critical gripes with it.